First, Bill C-9. It proposes to amend the criminal code.
Bill C-9 could be one of the most important and controversial laws Canada has seen in years. The Carney government calls it the Combating Hate Act, saying it's about keeping Canadians safe from hate crimes and extremist symbols. On the surface, that sounds like something most of us would agree with. But once you dig into the fine print, you see this bill does a lot more than ban swastikas. It reshapes how hate crimes are prosecuted, removes long-standing safeguards, and creates new categories of crime that could carry life sentences. Welcome to the Northern Bridge. I'm your host, and today we're going beyond the headlines to look at what Bill C-9 actually does, why critics say it could give the government sweeping new powers, and what it means for your rights and freedoms. The pitch is simple. Bill C-9 will make it easier to prosecute hate propaganda, ban extremist symbols, punish hate-motivated crimes more severely, and protect cultural and religious spaces from intimidation. Sounds good, right? But the problem is how the bill tries to get there, and that's where the controversy begins. For decades, Canadian law has required the Attorney General's personal approval before prosecutors could pursue hate propaganda charges. It was a safeguard against politically motivated prosecutions. Bill C-9 removes it completely. Why take away that check? The government doesn't explain. Critics say it's because they're planning to launch so many of these cases that one office couldn't possibly handle them all. That tells us two things. Prosecutions will rise dramatically, and decisions that once required top-level accountability will now be in the hands of local prosecutors, with no single person to hold responsible. The bill also bans certain symbols, Nazi swastikas, SS bolts, or any terrorist insignia. Penalties? Up to 2 years in prison. But here's the catch. It doesn't just cover those specific images. It bans anything that so nearly resembles them that people might get confused. That's subjective. Who decides what's too close? A Buddhist swastika, used for thousands of years before the Nazis ever existed, could suddenly be treated as a hate symbol if someone says it looks too similar. Yes, the bill has exceptions for education, religion, or journalism, but you'd have to prove in court that your use was legitimate and not against the public interest. That's a vague standard that puts the burden on you. Here's where it gets really heavy. Bill C-9 allows any crime, from assault to tax evasion, to be elevated to a hate crime if prosecutors argue it was motivated by hatred. That could mean 5 extra years on top of a 2-year offense, 10 extra years if the base crime carries a 5 to 10-year penalty, life imprisonment in the most serious cases. In some scenarios, you could serve more time for the supposed hate motivation than for the actual crime itself. And how do you prove hatred? The law defines it as detestation or vilification stronger than dislike. That's not a clear, objective line. It's prosecutors, police, and judges trying to figure out what was in your head when you committed the crime. Bill C-9 also makes it a crime to intimidate people from entering religious, cultural, or community spaces, including daycares and cemeteries. Penalties up to 10 years. Of course, no one supports real threats to these spaces, but the language is wide open. What if you're peacefully protesting outside a cultural center and someone says they feel afraid? What if your conduct is seen as provoking fear?